come to the second part of the chapter inflammation, mediators, which are again very important. In the previous session I have told you about the chemokines, various chemotactic agent. All these are because of the mediators. So we have cell derived and plasma derived. Cell derived we have vasoactive amines and arachidonic acid metabolites. Plasma derived we have complement system, coagulation and kinin. So this chapter is more of your biochemistry. First, the vasoactive amines, they are stored as preformed molecules in the cells. They are the first mediators to be released during inflammation. The histamine, one of the mediators, is produced by the mast cell, and the second one, serotonin, is produced by the platelets. The histamine causes dilatation of the arterioles and increases the permeability. So this is the first mediator of the immediate transient phase we have seen because of the vasodilatation in our previous class. So histamine is the important inflammatory mediator. Next one is serotonin. So it is a neurotransmitter located in the gastrointestinal tract and also vasoconstrictor. Its role in inflammation is not known as that of histamine. So histamine is more important. Next we come to the arachidonic acid metabolites. It is a 20 carbon polyunsaturated fatty acid. The dietary sources from linoleic acid, from dietary sources or from the conversion of linoleic acid. So arachidonic acid, the components or the metabolites are prostaglandins, thromboxanes, leukotrienes. So few help in vasodilatation, few help in vasoconstriction. So here please observe they are derived from the same arachidonic acid, but some help in vasodilatation, some help in vasoconstriction. They are released from the membrane phospholipids through the reaction of phospholipase A2 by stimuli or some mediators. The signals are increase in the cytoplasmic calcium. So the mediators are called as eicosanoids. So in Greek, eicosa means 20. There are two classes of enzymes, major classes, cyclooxygenase and lipooxygenase. These eicosanoids first bind to the G-coupled receptors and they mediate every step of inflammation. So we have two enzymes, cyclooxygenase, lipooxygenase. Coming to the cyclooxygenase pathway, we have prostaglandins. So these prostaglandins are generated by the action of cyclooxygenase. We have COX-1 and COX-2. So the cyclooxygenase 1, they help in hemostatic function. The COX-2 or the cyclooxygenase 2 help in inflammatory reactions. So the prostaglandins are divided into series based upon their structural structures and they are coded by D, E and so on. And we have a subscript also 1, 2 which is given because of the double bonds in the compound. So from the cyclooxygenase enzyme we have prostaglandin G2, H2. From this they are derived prostacyclin or PGI2, prostaglandin I2 or prostacyclin, and thromboxane A2 and prostaglandin DE. So we have G, H. From this we have I, we call it as prostacyclin. So prostaglandin I2 is called as prostacyclin. Prostacyclin helps in vasodilatation. Remember, vasodilatation, and inhibits the platelet aggregation. Prostacyclin. Whereas thromboxane A2 leads to vasoconstriction and promotes platelet aggregation. So opposite actions, though they are derived from the same enzyme. Next, last one are the prostaglandins. They help in increased permeability. They are prostaglandin D2, E2. Okay. Next, we go to the lipooxygenase pathway from which we derive lipoxins and leukotrienes. So from the 5-oxygenase directly, we have leukotriene A4. From that C4, D4, E4 are present. So these A4 gets converted to leukotriene B4. It helps in chemotaxis. Whereas CDE, leukotriene CDE help in bronchospasm and vascular permeability, increased vascular permeability. From 5-lipooxygenase, you also have another enzyme, 15-lipooxygenase, which acts on the intermediate substance forming lipoxins, which help in the inhibition of inflammation. So they have a counter-regulatory response. Okay. So lipoxins inhibit the neutrophil axis and adhesion, whereas leukotriene B4 is a chemotactic agent. It helps in the generation of reactive oxygen species. And leukotriene C, D, E help in vasoconstriction and bronchospasm. Next mediators of inflammation are cytokines. These are proteins produced by many cells like macrophages, lymphocytes, dendritic cells, and they mediate various reactions like endothelial activation, neutrophil activation, and systemic acute phase response. So these are the various cytokines: tumor necrosis factor, interleukin 1, interleukin 6, chemokines, and interleukin 17. Tumor necrosis factor important, located in macrophage. It helps in leukocyte recruitment and adhesion. Whereas interleukin 1 and 6 in macrophages, they are responsible for the systemic effects. Chemokines, again in macrophages, recruitment of leukocytes. Interleukin 17, already I have told you, T lymphocytes. They help in the recruitment of neutrophils and monocytes. In the cytokines, we have a special family called as chemokines. They are chemoattractant for specific leukocytes. So there are 4 groups: CC, CXC, C, CX3. So first group, only 1 amino acid residue. Second one, 2 residues are present. Third one, they lack the 1 and third. And fourth one, the 3 amino acids are present between the 2 cysteines. Okay. So these are the various chemokines. So in the first group, interleukin 8 present on present in the macrophages, they act on the neutrophils, so help in the chemotaxis of neutrophils. The second category, monocytes. So the chemoattracting protein MCP, eotaxin, all of them are present, are the examples. So they act on monocytes. We don't know the source, they help in chemoattraction. The third category, lymphotaxin, lymphocytes, acts on lymphocytes, source is not known, helps in chemoattraction. Again, the last one, a special example, francalkin. They act on the monocytes, liberated from endothelium. They help in the adhesion and chemoattraction. So these are the various chemokines. So this chapter is entirely of the mug-up. You have to go on revising it number of times so that you can easily remember. So basically chemokines are nothing, they attract various leukocytes, okay, neutrophils, monocytes, lymphocytes. So depending upon that we have various examples. They mediate their action by binding to the receptor, which is a G protein coupled receptor. So we have inflammatory chemokines and homeostatic chemokines. So what are the various roles? They help in local inflammation, protective effects, and pathological effects. Okay. Next, we come to the last part of the chapter, plasma derived components. They are complement system, coagulation, and kinin system. So the complement system, we have various proteins, about 20, but only numbered, fewer numbered, from C1 to C9. They help in both innate and adaptive immunity. So they help against microbes and pathologic inflammatory reactions. So they are present in inactive forms. They degrade, they are activated to become proteolytic enzymes, and they help in the formation of an enzymatic cascade. So these products are helpful in increased vascular permeability, chemotaxis, and opsonization. So we have 3 steps for activation: classical, alternate, and lectin pathway. The common outcome is the activation and the membrane attack complex formation. In classical pathway, C1 fixes to antibody. In alternate pathway, it is microbial surface molecules are the activators. In lectin pathway, mannose bind in lectin activates the complement C1. Okay. So all these lead to the formation of C3b. So C3 is cleaved into C3a and C3b. Okay. So C3a is released, C3b attaches it where the complement is activated. Next, C3b binds to the previous fragments forming C5. C5 cleaves C5a to C5b. So this goes on forming a C6, C7, C9 complex, which is the membrane attack complex. Okay. So these are the various steps. So C5a, C3, they help in inflammation, whereas C3b phagocytosis, and the macrophage attack complex helps in the lysis of the microbes. So the functions overall: anaphylatoxins C3A, C5A, chemotactic agent C5A, release of the inflammatory mediator C5A. So they also act as opsonization, like they coat the microbial cell wall, which is C3B. And because of the microbial attack complex or macrophage activation complex, you have death of the bacteria. And the last one, the products of coagulation, are the protease activate receptors. They are activated by thrombin, forming a clot. Last one is kinin. Example is bradykinin, which increases the vascular permeability, contraction of smooth muscles, blood vessel dilatation, and pain. So these are the vasoactive peptides. So these are the questions which have been previously asked. Mention the cell-derived chemical mediators, cell-derived and chemical mediators. So with this we finish the inflammation. Thank you.